Hey guys, welcome back to Clownfish TV. This is Neon. I am here with Geeky Sparkles.
Hello.
And how low is Doctor Who gonna go?
I don't know.
Doctor Who has lost 1 million viewers since the beginning of this season.
Oh.
It's
They had 1 million left?
Yeah, they did. They
Oh.
had a couple million left.
Oh.
Down from the 10 million plus viewers they had when Chris Chibnall took over. Now, that was a boost because I know toward the end of Peter Capaldi's era, it was kind of dwindling too, but this is like bad. This is really, really bad. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're going to talk about the BBC, that this might all be a moot point because they're pushing to get rid of the funding for the BBC. It's a very interesting situation. They're going to have a referendum, I guess, on it, on the license fee. Whether or not that...
this is the fee that everybody has to pay for, whether they want to or not, yes.
Yeah, which is kind of a weird concept for us Americans to wrap our heads around, because here we have free advertising-supported television via, the airwaves.
Right, or PBS, which
is
private supported.
And again, these are all voluntary. You can watch TV, just buy a TV and watch whatever is on the air that you can get. Go buy a $20 antenna and you can watch it. If you want to pay for TV, many options. We've got cable and DirecTV and all these streaming services now, but apparently they're losing ground already to streamers, and people were upset that the BBC, they're taking taxpayer money, but they're not being held accountable for the kind of content
that's true.
they put on. So very interesting. We're going to talk about all of this before we get into it any further. Please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. Over 241,000 subs.
Woo!
There's the woohoo.
So I was prepped for it this time. I was waiting. I was ready to go.
I can vouch she was waiting.
I was sitting here like, oh.
She had her woohoo face ready to go. The woohoo face. Okay. So we do talk about Doctor Who. Not as much as we used to.
You talk about it more than I do.
I do.
I stopped a long time ago.
Yeah, she stopped caring about halfway through Peter Capaldi's run. I stuck it out, and then I'm like, you know what? Maybe things will get better. We've got a new showrunner. I'll give a female doctor a chance. And I got
I was more against female doctor than you were.
I got about 3 episodes into series 11, and I'm like, what the hell is this? Very preachy, very heavy-handed.
Yeah, it could have worked though. You could have had a female doctor and you could have done it well, and you didn't.
No. And then the biggest FU to the fans was the retcon of the Doctor's origin, which, as I understand it, it's going to get much, much worse with the Flux miniseries event. I read some spoilers. I'm like, what the hell is this? So I have no desire to go back to Doctor Who.
Just trying to get it all out before they get replaced, or what?
That's what it feels like. It's almost like some people were making jokes on Twitter saying it's like, you've been fired from a job and you basically burn everything down for your replacement.
Right, basically, yeah.
Yeah, so when Russell T Davies comes back, this is what he's got to work with.
Oh, like you think that's going to stop Russell T Davies?
Yeah, but here's the thing. I don't think we're ever going to go back to good Doctor Who, because it doesn't matter if Russell T Davies comes in or not. One, he's not the same Russell T Davies he was 13, 14, 15 years ago. Two, Doctor Who has been effed up so badly, I don't know if anybody can un-F.
So it's kind of like this one person I saw, they were talking about like these people that post tweets, and the one person's like, she was leaving, so she deliberately approved everybody's overlapping requests for days off on purpose, so that to screw them over when she left. And I was like, that's what it reminds me of. Yeah,
just salt the earth, right? Just burn it all down, burn the TARDIS down, retcon the origin of the Doctor, make it so you really can't undo it. But the thing is, with Doctor Who, since you're dealing with science fiction, you're dealing with time travel, you very easily could undo everything. You're dealing with alternate universes and all this other jazz. You could undo it. You totally could undo it. And,
I don't think most people have seen it anyway, so it wouldn't be hard to undo it.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit anymore. Fewer and fewer people giving a shit about Doctor Who. The Radio Times, always standing for Doctor Who.
Oh, yes, I remember them.
The overnight ratings for Village of the Angels revealed. Despite receiving praise from fans and critics, the episode's ratings were down.
Oh my God. Okay. Yeah.
Oh my God. How could this happen?
All 5 fans who watched it.
Flux was hailed as epic and breathtaking by fans, but it didn't fare quite so well in the overnight ratings. We don't understand. And what has become a tradition for Series 13, Village of the Angels, ended in a cliffhanger with Jodie Whittaker's fate left up in the air and shocking viewers.
Okay, wait. So at this point, most people checked out, right? We know this. So the fans that are left are the ones who actually like this shit. So of course they're going to say it's great.
Despite ticking every box in Doctor Who fans' wish list,
which fans?
The episode wasn't able to improve on a gradual ratings decline across the course of the series, ending up with 3.45 million viewers on the night. Down from 3.76 million last week. They're like, look.
Losing hundreds of thousands.
I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying. Week over week over week.
Yeah.
It's bad. Now, is it as bad as the very end of Peter Capaldi's run? There were some episodes that were actually, I think they did worse than this. People will watch good Doctor Who. They were willing to give this series, this run, a chance with Chibnall and Whittaker, and their trust was abused.
Right out the gate, they we're not using classic villains because that's expensive.
Yeah, pretty much.
We keep charging for fees, but we're gonna make the villains people. And like I said, Squid King keeps pointing out, she is responsible for Rosa Parks being put in the back of the bus now.
Yep,
that's canon.
Yep. That's abysmal. Like,
so
what?
I'm like, that was your idea for villains. You should have spent the damn money, put actual villains in it. And you know what? People might have liked it.
So Doctor Who, 3.45 million, according to this person, film, TV, music, journalisty type person.
Blue check.
Blue check. 1 million viewers since the series opener. And we've lost 6 million viewers since Chibnall took over. Again, I think a lot of people tuned in because they wanted to see what it was going to be like with a female doctor.
Yeah.
And you had people. I mean, we had 10 million, 8 million. Then we saw, series over series, episode after episode. And then especially after the Timeless Children, when they retconned the whole damn thing, people were like, fuck this show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they're going to come back for Russell T Davies. I mean, I don't know if you can fix it.
No, I don't know if you can either, but we'll see.
Nosedive week over week. So now they might have a bigger issue to deal with. This might, in part, explain why they're pushing Doctor Who off to Russell T Davies, Bad Wolf Productions, because he's going to be handling everything pretty much, as I understand it. And the BBC
fix it.
Yeah, fix it. He gets all creative input, but
we smashed it, glued it together, smashed it again. Glued it together, smashed it, ran over it a couple times, backed over it a couple times, put it back together.
Make it go. Make it go. Yeah, so it's going to be really interesting to see if Russell T Davies can fix it. But it does explain, in part, I think, some of why they're doing this, because there is a chance the BBC could lose a license fee. So what they're doing is they're kind of like bundling my understanding of it is they're kind of bundling Doctor Who, letting Bad Wolf Productions handle the whole thing. They could get a partner like HBO or somebody to come in and help bankroll, and then the BBC just sits back and collects royalties.
I guess what they're trying to do. Don't they have someone that's in charge, doing
licensing?
It's with international, which
international,
would be like HBO, stuff like that. Yeah,
so it seems like they're trying to piecemeal some of their shows in anticipation of this. Now, again, as an American, it is hard. It is hard for us to wrap our heads around this BBC license fee. Basically, you buy a television, you get BBC. You have to pay them annually for the right to watch what over here would be free ad-supported TV. And if you don't pay it, you can actually go to jail.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. People have been put in jail for not paying their TV license. That is a really stupid rule.
But I bet if you pay your TV licensing fee, so you're paying them to do this stuff, and you're paying to use the license, you aren't allowed to do fan stuff to sell because that would still be license infringing.
I'm sure. So anyway, Martin from the UK, who I'm sure understands this a lot better than
probably I don't.
I do. This is what's always fun, trying to look at foreign politics and long-standing issues and trying to make sense of it. I'm sure they feel the same way about politics in America too. They're kind of like, we don't understand. So let's do a Rosa Parks episode.
I know that
Doctor Who.
That amuses Squid King so much. Like, you don't understand.
BBC in Crisis's huge campaign for referendum on license fee to launch. A major campaign for a national referendum on whether to axe the BBC is set to launch in early 2022. Is this like Brexit, but with the BBC?
I don't know.
The Sunday Express understands that a large-scale campaign will push for a referendum on whether to scrap the license fee. Defund the BBC, set up in 2020, is in talks with senior politicians and major Conservative Party donors to launch a nationwide campaign for a referendum. Conservative MPs are also expected to push the case to Parliament, using the 100th anniversary of the BBC's original charter as a platform to demand reform. Why are you being forced to pay for shitty Doctor Who?
Well, I mean, other things too, apparently. It's not just Doctor Who.
No, a lot of other shitty programming.
Apparently.
And
people are mad.
The BBC, they've got their blog. They attack fans of anything.
Remember
that Sonic the Hedgehog hit piece they did? That was ridiculous.
That'd be like you being forced to support, like...
the Mary Sue.
Yeah, or some extremist, whether it be Fox News or CNN or, one of the extremist ones they consider extremists. It'd be like being forced to support one of them all the time.
Yeah, it's like you gotta pay your MSNBC tax, so you can be insulted by MSNBC. A source working with Defund the BBC said the 100th anniversary of the BBC's foundation offers us the perfect opportunity to ask hard questions of our national broadcaster. Let's make it a year to remember and give the British public a vote. We know what happens last time they did that. The source added, in a free society, it's good and just for the taxpayers who pay the salaries of their news presenters and researchers to have a say in how well the institution is run. The question is straightforward. Do you want to keep the BBC license fee or get rid of the license fee? Polls have shown that support for the BBC is waning massively now that there are so many alternatives such as Netflix and Amazon Prime. Well, if you're looking for apolitical entertainment, Netflix probably...
It depends. They shove a lot of politics into it.
They do. It's probably not the place to go.
No, that's what you were going to say. It wasn't the place to go.
Wasn't the place to go.
Not the place to go.
Few would agree the archaic establishment does not urgently need reform. Bloated expenses and salaries are signs of the BBC's wasteful bureaucracy. Broadly unpopular wokeness saturates the BBC's offerings both online and in TV. The public finally deserves some transparency and accountability as to how their hard-earned money is spent. Good luck with that. We've been trying for that here in the U.S., just in general, and we have no idea where the money goes. It just disappears down a hole. We also deserve the option of choosing to watch independent news channels without the financial penalty incurred for not paying the compulsory and outdated license fee. They were talking about metropolitan bias, and we run into that here in the States where L.A. and New York dictate the content that the rest of the country gets, whether it's in print or in TV or in movies or online or whatever. Both coasts influence all the media.
Right, so you don't get much of, and it would be okay if they just made it like, okay, fine, we're not going to push political stuff at all and just make it entertainment fun. But we see that that's clearly not going to happen, especially with the last, couple of seasons of Doctor Who.
So yeah, people actually go to jail for this. I thought it was just a threat. I talked to some viewers of ours from the UK, and I'm like, this just sounds like an empty threat. Who the hell goes to jail for not paying a TV tax? People do. From 2015 to 2018, 91 people, disproportionately women from low-income families, were jailed for non-payment.
Oh, because of your stupid licensing fee. You jailed probably moms, single moms or whatever. The disproportionate. So are they misogynistic?
Yeah,
are their fees misogynistic? That's what everybody else would say.
The BBC hates women, confirmed. So yeah, I think Doctor Who is going to be...
We're kidding, of course. Just I better clarify that because some dipshit will be like, oh my God, we're kidding.
Well, maybe they do.
I don't know.
And the female doctor's just a smokescreen. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds like Doctor Who is going to be in big trouble. I know a lot of their more expensive shows, like His Dark Materials, they were actually co-producing with HBO because, and it's so weird that HBO is doing that because HBO, has Sesame Street now too, which PBS would have been the closest version we have to, of television to the BBC model, except it's not compulsory. You're allowed to donate.
I have to laugh at the last paragraph, though, which goes along with what you're saying. The BBC has warned that that decriminalization of the license fee would cost the corporation an estimated £1 billion over 5 years, and abolition would cost it even more, forcing them to seek alternative sources of income, such as subscription or advertising. I don't even have words.
The BBC's gonna have to open a Patreon or an OnlyFans.
How dare you? If you don't make, if you tell people they don't have to pay us their licensing fee, we're gonna have to slum it. Our high paid executives and that, we're gonna have to go get alternate sources of income and subscriptions. Oh my God, or advertising.
Advertising. Yucky yuck.
I'm sorry, I just can't.
Yeah. Nobody wants to see ads on TV.
Because that's their argument for why they should get to keep it. This is why, and when you have to say, when first of all, it starts out with decriminalizing a licensing fee. Right there tells you all you need to know. When it's criminalized in the first place, something's messed up.
Yeah, I have such a hard time wrapping my head around. And like I say, I mean, this is a cultural thing. You know, you grow up with this, and this is all you've known. It's going to be different, obviously, but you know, I can't really think of too many other. I think some European countries do this. It's just weird because it's never been that way in the States. Like, you buy a TV, you throw up an antenna, and it's free. But oh my God, the advertising. Mm-hmm. The advertising.
Oh, I mean, the closest thing I can think of is when they had the satellite TV or whatever, and people had the black box.
Oh yeah.
You know, to avoid it. Then then it was criminal behavior because you had the black box, so you were illegally, scraping HBO and.
Yeah, those were the days. I had an uncle who worked for a cable company, and we had magic boxes. Everything except Playboy.
But you still try to watch it, but it was really scrambled, so you couldn't see anything. You could hear sounds. That's about it.
You could hear sounds, yeah. I'm like, wow, it sounds like they're in pain or something. I don't know. The sex stuff, it might not be that great. There's a lot of moaning. I think they're hurting each other.
Can we wrap this up?
Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up.
Yes.
So please subscribe for more pop culture news, views, and rants, guys. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.